Why Germany and why the German language? An educated man is not necessarily one who has an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. An educated man is the one who has so developed the faculties of his mind that he may acquire anything he wants or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. Napoleon Hill. Before you plan to go to a certain country, there's some facts that you need to know and have. One of them is the language that they speak. We live in a world where we are blessed with different colors, different languages, unique personalities all over the world. That is why diversity is a key ingredient one ought to have in their day to day life. Think of it this way: learning a new language is going to open you up in that language. You can duplicate yourself in another language. Thus, the number of languages you can have, that is just a starter of what you can do differently. You have duplicated yourself with whatever skills you have acquired in the number of languages you know. I am talking about German for the context of this video, but it works with other languages you know. 99% of all people who are interested in learning German or any other language have a challenge of putting the language practicability and reality of monetizing these language skills. Apart from going to work in that country, you can ask, what else can you use this language for? Remember, Germany is a beautiful country, and for starters, it is in Europe. We have the internet that even on your phone you can access the world map without going to the nearest stationery shop to buy the map. Germany is the first country with various resources. It is a country that has quite a number of opportunities, and in the past 2 years, the narrative of the opportunities in German has skyrocketed. I want to be real with you here. The number of people moving in and out of Germany has increased to approximately 50% in the past decade. Why? When opportunity strikes, a man who has the eyes, heart, and faith moves. He or she doesn't have to wait until all the green lights have gone on. He just looks at the indicator and starts to plan how his movements are going to be aligned in accordance to what he anticipates. You have to think before you act. Thinking involves planning in order to avoid mishaps along the way. People have moved to German to experience the following available options. One is to work as a professional. It could be in the white collar community or the blue collar community. And two is to experience the au pair opportunity in exchange with learning the language. To volunteer in Germany, however, you need to acquire meaningful exchange of your skills and culture, whilst giving back to your society, and this is an outstanding opportunity. The fourth reason is family reunion. Spouses are moving to join their family members out there in Germany because with family you can do a lot more. The vocational training route is another one where you get to train in any profession through the vocational route, gain specialized skills through an apprenticeship, get recognized, then craft your experience in any field you've ever desired. Much as these opportunities exist, many people have had, researched, read lots and lots of information, but in the end haven't taken any meaningful step towards moving anything. Some things are not hard to come by, but it is just ingrained in our minds that things have to be easy. If you want an easy life, this is a kind reminder that you have to work so hard to have a number of cash flows that are going to smoothen your journey. In the end, that you'll experience such kind of easy. But as long as that is not yet in your catch, let's focus on doing the possible. So what's the possible? Having heard about these opportunities, These are just basics that you need to have. One is your passport. You need to process your passport because you're not going anywhere past your border without a passport. It is your legal document, have it processed. Then two, depending on what you're going to do in Germany, unless of course you're visiting for just a few days, if you have plans of staying longer than a visitor should, before anything else, you need to have the language. By language, I mean German, and position yourself to having all papers. This means, or this includes language certificates before you move. International certificates are offered at Goethe Institute in your country or the nearest country in case they are not available in yours. So language levels start from A1 to A2 to B1 and then to B2, C1 and C2. The last two can be added on, but to a personal preference. All this comes with a cost, which cost can be managed if you plan well. Here is a reminder. There's a bridge course on my website for complete beginners, and the link is here for registration. With the language, then you can push through with whatever you wished for to achieve. Majority of learners or people who want to move to Germany have just learned about the opportunity, having put a lot of money to school in their countries where they end up not having jobs that they put in the work for. It might not make even a lot of sense that where I come from, blue-collar jobs bring in more money than the white-collar office jobs, and the vice versa in Germany is true. Hence, the men move from different lands and want to explore the opportunities since that there is a shortage of workers in Germany, not only nurses, but even in other professions too. Fact is that you are not going to get rich quick in Germany because they tax heavily, but the reward is that you get great services off what you make and vis-a-vis where you were previous. It is decent. It takes time to do or improve yourself. So, in other words, it might happen in a few months or many more months, depending on your situation. But what I can attest to is that you can never be the same the moment you start learning German. Now, for those of us who have completed Senior 4 and Senior 6 or up to grade 12, I would highly recommend that you do the language course up to B2 before you leave your country. It is paramount that you consider this step keenly. The opportunities will surely overwhelm you. Why? Because in actual sense, when you weigh the requirements, you are the best candidate for the job. And yet, the one and most important of all this is a B2 language requirement. As a foreigner, you'll not only feel bad, but you will feel disturbed that had I pushed on for a little further, I would be in a more meaningful job or a rewarding life than where I am currently. You know, you don't have to be in a rush to move. You might have your reasons as to why you might push further because as a spouse to a person living in Germany, the language requirement is A1 anyways. That is the basic. Hence, having that alone in Germany won't take you far career-wise because no foreigner can work meaningfully without a B2 and above. Listen, I am not saying that taking care of your family is not meaningful, but remember, before you got married, you had a life. Think through things realistically. In case anything happens to your spouse in Germany, God forbid, are you in position to hold that responsibility for your family? That is a question you need to be asking yourself. I'm talking to the person listening to me. Have your why laid out straight. Have your why. Your why is your purpose. The world doesn't know what you're going through. So, whatever you do, you are doing for you, and in return, it will benefit you, your families back home, your children, and your legacy. Then, having this B2, with a B2, you can enroll in a vocational school do apprenticeship, which is Ausbildung, for 3 years, sit for exams, get licensed to work in Germany. Meanwhile, all this time while you're working, you'll be paid money. It doesn't equate to a trained professional, but for starters, it will push you closer to your goal. Your mind here is the most important thing. As you're listening to me, you might have learned about German language learning and the opportunities it presents a certain time back. Question: how much time has it taken you before actually taking a step? Right? Taking a step can even take you to a year without ever doing anything about it. So when I say 3 to 4 years from now, you can see it as a long time, yet I bet if I am to defer and do something in a span of 1 year, I would have moved far. What are you waiting for? The Completer Beginners course is available. A1 revision class is available. There's a one-on-one consultation. It's available. So you need to have this with you. So you might look at your age and go like, I think it's too late for me to push this thing of learning German forward. Late or too late is in your mind. What I know for sure is that you are afraid of failing, or let's say failure. But how are you going to know that this is possible to you if you don't give it a try? In life, you have to give yourself permission to fail and later succeed. Otherwise, you'll always stay in the mediocre phase. Yet at the end of your life's journey, you'll sit back and evaluate, and the only thing you can ever say, I wish I had. That is when it's too late. Too late will then make sense, will make much sense then. Okay. In all these processes, many of the actioneers are accustomed to paying agents money to do everything for them. Please, please, and please not. You do not need an agent to do anything for you. Would you give yourself an opportunity to do some work, some homework, please? This internet is available to you, and it is a great resource to ask for any question. If you need to call the people in German organizations, call them, email them, and inquire. Put yourself out there. You see, in this process, it will take a toll on your finances because it is an investment in yourself. See it as your project. Has it brought any returns yet? If the answer is no, then take it step by step. For learning, you'll have to put in the money, visas and tickets as well. But please, parting with that much, in dollars sometimes, to give to agents when you haven't even earned half of what you've put in doesn't make a lot of economic sense. Remember, help is out here. If such content resonates with your purpose, take time off to subscribe, like and comment and share. It might not be you to benefit from this video or from whatever you're hearing, but it can benefit a whole community. Share the word. There are free practice sessions that are available on the website. If you ever are going to have takeaways from me, here are the 3 takeaways that we've been doing in this video. 1, we've looked at Germany and the German language, and these are 2 packed opportunities for anyone in the workplace to explore. 2, you do not have to overthink it, just act, take a step. Then 3 is to have the basics sorted: passport, language certificate, plan, and mindset intact. Then 4, you do not need agents for this process. Subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the newsletters, check me out on Facebook, YouTube, and follow me there. God bless you. See you next time.